Hey everybody, Will Fix here. How you like this shirt? I just put new batteries in it, so hopefully it's not blinding you. Listen, I put a Twitter or a X article up about the inverse correlation with XRP and the dollar. And I wanted to talk just a minute about that and just maybe pop in a couple other items of news or just discussion points. But the dollar, when the dollar value drops, an inverse correlation would mean the XRP would go up. Now, why is that, people ask? And it's a very interesting topic. And it's very similar to gold. Gold, when the dollar drops, it takes more dollars to buy the same amount of gold. Well, that looks like gold went up in price. But what's happening is gold is a worldwide asset. So all currencies are buying gold. Now, because the dollar has the status that it does, when the dollar drops, the basket of currencies, all the other currencies seem to go up, or they do go up. So the dollar goes down, all those currencies go up. So if this is where the currencies are, this end being foreign currencies and the other end being the dollar, and the price of gold, when the dollar goes down, then it looks like gold is getting more expensive here and less expensive in other countries. So as that money is balanced by everybody purchasing gold, it ends up that gold is the price reflection or standard, and it's the currencies that are actually adjusting. That's not 100% true, because we do still have supply and demand and things like that. But it's generally true, and it's always true as far as when you watch the charts. It's always that way. Well, XRP, for the same reason. There's so many currencies buying and selling XRP that when the dollar is worth less here and the other currencies are worth more, there is a sort of adjustment that takes place. So from our perspective, from each currency's perspective, that move looks different. So it's an inverse correlation. Here recently, the dollar's been going down. It's dropped from like 107 something down to 104. Well, we've seen an increase in XRP. The interesting thing about the inverse correlation, because I believe the dollar is going to tank down to below 80 cents, is that regardless of that inverse correlation figure, it still adjusts the price, which still adjusts the response that people have. And as far as charts are concerned, charts are just a reflection of human emotion and reaction. So it will still pump the price, so to speak. But that's not to say anything about institutional money. One of the reasons that I bring that up is when it comes to chart reading, that's a very particular set of investors. That's pretty much the retail investors. That's you and me having that emotional response like that. What that doesn't include is institutional money. So I see a lot of people doing a lot of chart reading, and that's really good for what it is. But since we're counting on institutional money, what we're going to have up and above chart reading, what we're going to see is money come in that has nothing to do with that. which is exciting because institutional money is going to make a bigger difference. For those of you that have seen some of my other videos, you know that that I've done some figuring on the actual money coming in from institutions. I do not include supply and demand. What I do include is the number of coin that's available, actually available, and the amount of money. Now, what's the difference? Well, if you eliminate supply and demand, you're whittling the number down, pretty significantly, because there's an actual detailed, very specific need to move the money with available coin. So if you cut out supply and demand completely, I can still show you how the price of XRP is going way up. So when I've done that, there's no smoke and mirrors in that, by the way. It's really just facts and figures. If they've signed on a company that's going to move X amount of money, there is X amount of response that has to happen inside the coin because there's only so many available. If you got a market cap of $30-something billion, then you can't move but $30-something billion all at once, right? Well, if you got enough institutions moving, so much money that there's no way that the current price can do it, well, what's the obvious answer? The obvious answer is that coin has to be worth more. So what I'm talking about, though, is charts. Charts will be really only retail money. Now, sort of, because as soon as you have institutional money pop that price, all the retail investors are going to come in. Now, here's something I wanted to go over. This is really interesting. So, market cap is based on the sales that are taking place, right? Well, the sales that are taking place on XRP, I'm gonna go back to my back deck. The sales that are taking place on retail sales that are taking place for XRP are affected when institutional money comes in, just because the emotional response of the retail investor is going to be oh, heck yeah, check this out. So they're going to want, just like you see a price move, we're probably going to be more on the selling end. Now, I imagine the retail investor selling it, since it's going to be such a small portion of the actual money that's coming in compared to institutions. I don't think we're going to see drastic price fluctuations because of the money difference. The amount of money difference, retail and institutional money is, there's a drastic difference between those amounts. We always have deer over here. I'll put a clip in. Saw some buck right over here. We always see them daily, but I'll just cut in a video right here. I took one just the other day, but my wife throws corn out, so we always get deer out here, and it's just beautiful to see all kinds of wildlife we get to see out there. But I wanted to draw a distinction because I see a lot of chart reading, a lot of chart explanations, and charts are great. I love it. I love looking at the patterns, the bearish patterns, the bullish patterns. We're dealing with something here that's not going to be as much chart oriented with some super big surprises. There'll still be human emotion, but some of these big moves aren't chartable. They're just going to pop, and it's not something you're going to be able to anticipate. It's not going to be at levels that you can even understand, based on Fibonacci and some of these other different ways that we can figure things, movements, momentum, how the price action is, MACD. There's just all kinds of factors that are thrown in there normally in a stock that the crypto's not going to have. So I basically just wanted to share that with you this morning. I hope this was of a value to you. Please like and subscribe. I always try to tag a video that has some interesting information in it at the end. So please like and subscribe. My Twitter channel is WillFix7. Give that a shot. Let's see what's up there. I release a lot of stuff early there. So you guys have a good day.